Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy, RV extraordinaire, coming to you from Southland today. I'm excited to be showing you, this is the Pottery Barn by Airstream. So this is gonna be the last year that they offer it, so stay tuned. Any questions, put them down in the comments below, but like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. But let's get started. So this is a 2025 Pottery Barn. It's the 28 RBQ, meaning queen bed. Now with the 28, with Airstream's 27 to 28 model numbers are the same length. They're 28 feet 2 inches. Now this one has a gross vehicle weight rating of 7,600 pounds. I'll have all the specs down below. Now let's just show you some of the highlights on the outside. Let me just show you the highlights. So the batteries, they're going to have the Battleborn batteries are going to be in here. Now in order to get to that, obviously you got to have the cover off of the propane tanks there. You have the power tongue jack, which makes it a lot easier getting you on and off the truck. Now notice the windows. So you have the rock guards that are with them, but so you can open up this front so you have the airflow, which is kind of nice. And they have 3 different heights that you can set it at, depending on how much airflow you want going through there. Now on the off door side, as you can see, you have the awning that goes over down the whole length. Now you only have a couple windows here. As you can see right here, one that actually opens, and then just 2 by the kitchen sink here. A vent over top of the cooktop. You have your on-demand water heater, outside shower. Nice thing with the outside shower, it gives you unlimited height, unlimited width. Your furnace connections over here. We'll get to the other stuff. We'll go on the other side and show you that stuff. But let me kind of go down the door side, explain. Now you're going to have the electric awning as well as electric stabilizers. Now the electric stabilizers are manual as well if you wanted to go ahead and adjust them. By the way, while I'm down here, let me just show you. So it does come with a, because this is the Pottery Barn edition, it comes with this wooden furniture here, and it has the chairs. So I forget the brand name of that table and chairs, but very, very nice. On the outside here also, you have a little bar that is just hangs on the window. Of course, you have to open up the window here. By the way, if you open this window, be very, very careful when you open that door. You don't, that could be a disaster. But this bar, they can hold up to 50 pounds on there. I don't know that you're going to be putting that much on it, so just don't sit on it. This will be where the controls are for your stabilizers right here. So it makes it very easy for you to get to. And then of course 110 outlet in case you want to go ahead, maybe you have a mixer up top on that shelf, you're able to do that. By the way, this table does not come with it. Another window as we're coming back that can open up. By the way, this awning you can tilt side to side if you wanted to, so either the back or the front or both. Only thing you want to make sure is that you're not hitting the door when the door is opening and closing. Now you're kind of limited as far as exterior storage on this camper. This is the storage, what you'll be able to see from the inside as well. Not very much. By the way, that bag right there, that is for the pieces for that little shelf right there. And we keep the metal, keep it nice and tucked away. Now it does have the rear awning that opens up and covers this window if you wanted to, just like this. So it's gonna be the same type fabric. By the way, what are you thinking of the design of that fabric? Now here's what you're gonna love about having this these type awning is the fact that you see the awning cover, it's protecting the fabric. As you can see, there it is. When it's open, it protects the fabric when it's put away. It's not going to fade as bad. Of course, you have another window here. This is the bedroom. But the nice thing is that's keeping the heat off that whole, the metal side right there. Now, I'd tell you, you've got to understand as far as reasons why this Airstreams are the money they are. This thing takes about 350 man hours to build. It's over 3,000 rivets in these things. The door alone takes you 8 hours to build. So The other thing I think that you're going to like is, let me show you from a maintenance standpoint, is all these things. You see, it's a rubber type gasket that is put on it. So you're not having to worry about resealing it. It might be 20 years before this cracks or whatever, and then you take it off and put it back on. Really, the only places that have, you know, sealant on them is going to be along this ridge here. Same thing on the bottom, and a little bit around the windows, although those things are designed to seal themselves, not having that problem. Everything, all these other things have those rubber gaskets. Now let me finish what I was talking about on this side. So what you're going to have is freshwater tank fill. You're going to have city water inlet, and then of course a black tank rinse. I personally don't use black tank rinses anymore, all because of an issue that I had years ago. I just use a swivel stick, much more effective. Now your dump area is right here, black and gray, and there is a little tube for your sewer hose, although that will only hold about a 15-foot sewer hose. It's not going to hold much more than that. Might be able to hold an 18-footer, but one other thing I failed to mention while I was back here is you do have storage up underneath your bumper area here. So those are the two little storage areas on the outside. But now let's get into the fun stuff, because you know, really nobody likes the outside very much. Let's talk about this door first. One thing I think when you're looking at Airstream, go ahead and close the door and tell me what you think. Listen to this. Sounds like a car door, doesn't it? You don't, it does not sound like any of the other doors that are closing on an RV. When it goes back, it latches in place, so be careful. Don't be pulling on this too hard. Make sure that you're unlocking it when you're pulling that. By the way, the Pottery Barn one does have a pretty cool little screen door. You can see they have the Pottery Barn part in there, so you're not going to hit the screen when you're pushing the door open. And always home. And yes, let me pull this thing out. This is coming with it as well. Nice little mat. We just keep it under here. We don't want it to get it wore out. Something that people really like about these Pottery Barns also is the doorbell. Button right here. And let's go in here and we'll listen. So it's not overly obnoxious, but as you come in, what are you thinking of the colors? I think it's very bright and very open feel. I like the way that they do their doors. So let me just show you what I'm talking about with the doors. So right now you can see how it has the light on it. By the way, this is where you'd hook up your media stuff. It does have the stereo. It has a cover that you could put over it. I'm not sure why that's needed, because you're going to close the door anyway. But watch what happens. There's on that side. You see how the light comes on? So now you're able to see what is in the cabinet. This little key right here, this does two things. Turns on the Wi-Fi, but also turns on the power for this power vent fan up here. So very important to know. Now you have four different locations. Well, I'm sorry, 5 different locations that you can control everything. Let me break them down for you. One, you're going to be able, when you come in, you can turn the battery disconnect on here, and then you can turn on some lights. You can put your awning out, things like right there. Then you have another area over here that turns additional lights on, or you could shut things off as well. That's going to, of course, turn lights on and so forth. So there's 2 locations. The third location, let me go back in here, is in the bedroom, which, you know, has onboard off, and you go ahead shut it off if you want to. So if you're coming into bed and you left the lights on, you can shut everything off here. And then the 4th place is right here. It's called the C zone. You can disconnect, shut off all the lights here if you wanted to. And more importantly, the 5th one is this can be Bluetooth to your phone. So everything that's on here, all the controls on here, can be done on your right on your phone, which is awesome. So be sure that they show you that. So now let's talk about the living area itself. So you have a nice little sofa up front. Notice how it has that little table right there. I know you're probably saying, "Oh, Paul, that's kind of in the way." Well, that's okay. it's very easy for you to go ahead and fold it up here like such, and then it just gets put away, out of sight, out of mind. Now I know you're probably saying, well, Paul, you know, I need an outlet to, you know, maybe while I'm sitting there, maybe I want to have my laptop on, whatever. Well, they thought of that. You have a 110 outlet down there. You also have a 110 outlet over here on the wall if you're sitting on this side. And of course, 110 outlet up above if you needed to use that as well. And then of course, USB port right up here. Now, this is not a recliner, but it does have the drawers that pull out from below. So it gives you nice little storage down below here. These, the foam in here is a very high density foam. It's not going to break down like some of that low density foam that you might have seen in other models. Windows, of course, you saw the window from the outside, right? And then of course you have the one up top. Of course you have your shade, the blackout shade, which is nice. These shades are what blacks out your windows. The only thing I don't like about that is you can't put them down halfway. Been nice if they mounted, I guess it could be mount another one if you want to just put it past the one window here. But you know, on these windows here, you can see now you do have the curtains which you can pull down, and you could stop those at different lengths, which is nice. The table itself does fold down to a bed. Makes it very easy for the way they do it. See, they have a 110 down there. You're just going to unlock this and then just push it down. It'll lay on top of these pieces, which then make a nice little bed. Backing up behind the dinette booth, it does have a nice good drawer here that you could use for shoe storage, whatever storage you'd like to do. Of course, the fire extinguisher. By the way, the interior height here is 6'7". You have 2 air conditioners ducted. I'll have all the specifications for this down below, just in case I miss something. I don't catch everything, but sometimes I do overlook things. But for your kitchen here, you have a nice big cutting board, and it is a Pottery Barn cutting board. And take a look at how big that sink is. I'm just going to set this back in so that the Pottery Barn part reads where we are here. See, it says Pottery Barn right on it. By the way, speaking of Pottery Barn, this is going to come with all kinds of little goodies from Pottery Barn. As you can see here, there you're going to have your own silverware plates, bowls, as well as silverware. That's all coming with it. It's the they call it the Hampton Forge. I don't know if there's different things that they're talking about in there, but that's all from Lennox. You see, again, more storage. What do you think of the counter space? Is it enough? And take a look here. So you have a nice little trash can, but more importantly, you have a little bit of storage down on the bottom right there. Storage up underneath your kitchen sink, and I like how they do this. Take a look here. Of course, you have a nice drawer. Notice a full extension drawer glide. Same thing. And then look, there's your silverware drawer. Little knickknacks and so forth. So that's all right in there. Now they do put the microwave here. One thing, the suggestion I made was that they put a microwave that they have in the in their Class B motorhome. Let me show you what that looks like, because I think that'd be ideal. And I believe the measurements, in the event that you wanted to make that change, it may work. Let me show you what that looks like. So this is the microwave that they put in their Class B. What I like about this one, it does have a lock that holds it in place when you're going down the road, but it's just a drawer. And what you're doing is you're putting things right from the top down in it's the same brand, as you can see. Same width. It's not as tall, but I think that thing would fit. I mean, luckily, the fact that you have the dinette right across the way here, you're able to sit here to actually use this. But I just think that microwave would be the cat's meow for this thing. Now, again, little storage down below there. Notice how the heat ducts, you have no heat ducts in the floor. So when you're blowing that, it comes out, there's a little duct right there, and you could adjust this to blow it, you know, to the front if you want to. You'll have another one in the bedroom, the bathroom, which is going to give you plenty of heat in this camper. I could tell you, in my camper, and mine's a little bigger than this, I can't run the LP furnace. It makes it too dang hot. I got to use a little electric heater. They have two different TVs in here. You have a 27-inch TV right here for the front. That does pull out a little bit for you. By the way, when you're adjusting the air conditioner, you do have a sensor here. There's going to be one in the bedroom, so that way there, when you're setting that AC, you can set the temperature separate in that room if you wanted to. 12-volt refrigerator, good size here, nor cold, by the way. Refrigerator, freezer. Now, the benefit of the 12-volt fridge is the fact that it only takes about a couple hours for it to cool down. And then, more importantly, as you're going down the road, your vehicle's charging the battery, and that's continuing to run. So that works very, very well. Breakers and fuses right down below your refrigerator. As we come back, you're going to notice a skylight right here in the middle, and you can pull that back if you wanted to give you some additional light. Now we're going to go over the bedroom first, and then we'll go into the bathroom itself. So again, ducted AC. It doesn't matter which AC that you're operating, both of them run in all the ducts. So you see you have all the nice curtains in here, which are very, very nice. You're going to have, plenty of, reading lights. You got one on either side. You've got one on either side of the top and to the left and right. Now for power, on each side of the bed, you're going to have 110 USB here, and they also have that little one that you're supposed to have, and more USBs there. So that's really nice. Stereo speakers up above, nice little cubbies to put away up top there. Look at, they have, let me get on the other side here, show you where, they've got the massive TV in here, that massive 24-inch TV. I'm sure it's something, you might be able to put a little bit bigger one in there, but the important thing is that particular one is a 12-volt TV, so that way there, if you're not going to be plugged in somewhere, you can watch some TV as long as you have some battery power, which is nice. A little storage down on either side. You're going to have this little storage cubby. See under there. And then, now, I'm going to lift up this bed because it's a lot easier showing it with the mattress up than it is down. So you see storage, you see they have the cubby things on the side where you can go ahead and just put things in. And then you have this part that opens up, and you have these big, nice little totes that you go ahead and fill up and put in there. So that's under the bed. Pretty nice mattress that they put in here on this thing. And look at the bedspread and pillows. Now they do have a couple other pillows set up in here, or another pillow I should say, and some additional storage and items in here, as well as another item right there for you. And then these are for the stabilizer and pulling out the manual awnings if you needed to unlock them and so forth. Notice the light in there. Next we have the bathroom. Take a look at this bathroom. I really think they did a great job in this bathroom. Love the sink. Love the room that they have in here. Nice little toilet paper holder. These things slide quite nicely for good storage there. Little thing here, I don't know, whatever you want to put up there, toothpaste, whatever you'd like there. 110 outlet. Your lights, the cool thing on these lights, this is what I like. See how you have the light here, but you also have a light back behind the mirror? What happens is this one here, see right now, they're both off. But see, the first time you do it, you'll have the side lights come on. Now let's say you don't want the side lights on, you just want the light from behind. And by the way, you can shut off the lights up top as well. And then the third time you push it, then you have all the lights. Nice little round mirror. Power vent fan, and of course you do have AC and heat in here, and additional storage right under here. By the way, this is a porcelain toilet. Nice little port window. And lastly here, the shower. Another little vent fan in there. Little seat if you wanted to, or for your legs, if you're shaving your legs or whatever. They also have this little thing that pulls out here, and we'll go over here, hook up. That's for you to go ahead and just hang wet clothes and so forth. But nice little shower head there. Oh, I didn't show you the little storage up above your refrigerator there. So this is the Pottery Barn 2025. It's going away. This is the last year they're making it available. They're saying that they might be able to fulfill orders on this up to about April, but it's going to come down to how quickly the furniture sells out. So in the event that you're looking to get a Pottery Barn, you better jump on it quickly. So I appreciate you watching. Comment, let me know what you're thinking, and I'll be back at you again soon. Take care.